It's now time for Remember When with Uncle John. John Guess, Ouachita County's resident storyteller and local historian. Sit back now and enjoy a walk down memory lane as John recalls the days of yesteryear in his own unique way. You never know, some of it might even be true. So here's Uncle John, along with his trusty sidekick, Kelly Blair.
Back on Remember When with Uncle John. Well, we have done it. We have reached finish line Friday, and around here at these parts, that means we have got a top tune to be talked about. Lay it on us, Johnny.
Well, yesterday I was talking about my good buddy Cowboy, Ronnie Dale Cox.
Yes, sir.
I met him when first day of school, fall of 1966. So I thought, well, let me look and see what the number one song in the land was the day I met Dale in 1966.
In the fall of 66.
And it was Almost Persuaded by David Houston.
Yeah, I'd have missed that.
And do you know it was number one for 15 weeks?
15 weeks?
15 weeks.
Wow, that is a run right there, man.
15 weeks, man.
It's a good song, though.
From the 1st of August all the way into all the way into October.
Yep.
That's a long time.
But it is a good song, and apparently a lot of people related to it.
It's
struck a chord with them, pardon the pun.
It's about a married man. It's written by Glenn Sutton, and it must have made him some money too, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's about a married man who's patronizing a tavern, and, a little country honky-tonk, and he sees this beautiful woman, and he's instantly smitten by her.
Yep. And
so he gets up the courage to ask her to, have a dance, and he's just captivated by her. And in the image of during the dance, he sees the image of his wedding ring reflecting off the light.
Yep.
And he knows right then that he's got to do the right thing, and he's got to say no.
There you go.
But it's Almost Persuaded, and I'm telling you, as I was telling you just a few minutes ago, usually my persuasion didn't take very much when I was coming up.
Say the shields didn't stay up long, huh?
No. I hate to say that, but I was easily swayed back in my younger days, but it's a great song. I've heard it all my life, and I didn't realize it was number one that long.
Hey, maybe we can write a number one hit for country music today called Easily Persuaded.
Easily Persuaded, yeah. Hey, that's an idea.
Or All the Way Persuaded instead of Almost. We were all the way.
We need to do that. We'll get it to Alan Jackson or somebody, and we'll get us some cash money.
Dang
man.
right. It reminds me of the old Randy Travis song, On the Other Hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the Golden Band. That's why
right.
I can't. Yep, there you go. That's why country music is great, folks, because it reminds you of somebody you knew somewhere along the line.
3 chords and the truth. Is
right
what
here
say.
On Remember When with Uncle John. Man, that's going to wrap it up for Remember When with Uncle John. But you can take us with you wherever you go. Listen to us anytime you want to on our podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast. Find us on YouTube. Be sure to search for Remember When with Uncle John. Otherwise, it's going to pull up like a couple hundred Remember Whens. But with Uncle John will get you there, and you can also find us on our Facebook page.
Absolutely.
Also, Prescott Raceway, Sherwin-Williams House Paint, The Shopper's Guide for helping us out with our cards, and ProMed Ambulance. Yes, sir. Those are our great sponsors. We're going to try to find a copy of this song, John, and remember just how great it sounded.
Absolutely.
We'll see you tomorrow. Next week, John.
See you next week, Kelly.
You've been listening to Remember When with Uncle John on Y95. This broadcast can be heard each weekday morning at 6:45 on South Arkansas's favorite station, Y95.